Today I'm going to show you how to make a moving bed filter for your fry tank. This one has K1 media in, and it also has a filter pad in the bottom, which you can cut into a circular shape to fit into the base. And what you will need to produce this filter is some air tubing, a carton. Now, you might not want to spend the extra bit of cash on and get a little drinks carton like that. You could use, for a large tank, a large drinks bottle or a small drinks bottle. Just make sure that they're washed and that they've had all the glue and labels removed, because you don't want that getting into your tank. You also need, depending on the shape of your container, if it's square, probably 4 suckers, but because these are circular, 2. One at the top, one at the bottom will secure it fine. An airstone, and obviously some K1 media, which we can see in here. Now, that should be available from a lot of stockists, or if you look on the internet, you'll be able to find it. Okay, so make sure that your beaker or your bottle is completely and thoroughly washed, because there might be some contaminants from the factory where it's produced. Now, what we're going to need to do now is drill some holes in these to enable you to insert the air pipe, and also for water to flow through it. Now, the way that I've done this is that in the lid I would drill in several holes. This is where the air will escape. In the base, you can drill again several holes around the outside as an intake, and then I use the centre piece that you can see here, the little nodule there, to drill a hole so you can put the air pipe through with the airstone on. Now, through the magic of the internet and wizardry, here's one I prepared earlier. So I've drilled 5 holes, and you can see there in the top, which will let the air out. In the base, I drilled several holes, and one through the middle, which the air pipe is in with the airstone, and also 2 in the back for the suction cups. You also might want to put this in if you're using a fry tank to stop the fry from being sucked up into the filter. Now, this I had as spare from an old sponge filter, just circular bit of sponge, and this fits perfectly in the bottom. You can buy this from a lot of aquarium stores, or you could just cut a piece. It might not be as round as that, but to fit into your bottle or into your container. And also your K1 media. Now, you want to just put in about enough to fill between 1/4 and 1/2 of your filter, at least to start with. So here we have the finished filter, which has the K1 media in, and also the sponge at the bottom. And you can see I've put about 1/4's worth of the full volume in. There's holes in the top, holes in the bottom with the air goes in, air comes out, and your suction cups. I've put that a bit too close to the top, so the lid doesn't quite fit on securely. So you want to make sure you can fit your lid on before you drill that hole, unlike I did. Okay, so we've now put this into my grow out tank. As you can see next to it, there's a large 2-litre Coca-Cola bottle, which is just K1 media floating about. It's got about 1/4 in. You see, there's the new one to the right with the sponge in the bottom. So what we'll do now is we'll hook this up to the air. As you can see here, there's not very much movement in the K1. Now, this will change eventually, and the whole thing will start moving. The other option is to not have an airstone in there. I don't have an airstone in this one, and I don't have an airstone in my other filter that I made, which you all saw earlier this week. Mainly because of this issue. It seems to create more disturbance not having the airstone there. So you can see here that I've now taken out the air stone, and there is a little bit more water agitation there, so the media is moving around. From what I've read about these systems, if you leave them for a day or a week or so, let the bacteria build up on the filter media, they will start to move through the water a lot easier, and you will start to see the same sort of movement as we're seeing in this one here. I've got another vessel here. I'm going to give it a go and see what we get from it. It's a pasta pot, which was about £5 from Tesco's. But as I said before, you can use any sort of container as long as it's food grade. You don't want it to be leaching any chemicals into the water that could harm your fish. Other options to try, either without the air stone, with an air stone, or even with this, which I don't know if you can see this on the film, but it does have holes through it. So when the air is pumped through this tube, it will escape through the holes. And if that's looped around the bottom, inside of your vessel, then it should produce more water agitation. This is something I'm going to try out probably this evening or in the next coming days, and I'll let you know how I get on with that. Thanks for watching. The video is not great, I know. First DIY video, so I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.